Hi friends, in last class we have discussed about the chapter 1 from class 6 of NCERT syllabus social studies, that is our earth in the solar system. Now we are going to continue. In the last session we have discussed what are celestial bodies and about constellations, how they were used by our ancestors to find out the directions. We know very well what is a solar system. Solar system is nothing but solar means sun and the planets which are revolving around the sun. Altogether we call it solar system. Now we are going to discuss in detail about it. We came to know that the earth doesn't have its own light. In last class we have discussed what is a star also. There are so many celestial bodies. One among such celestial bodies are, that is a sun. Sun is a gas giant. It's a huge gas giant made up of gases. That is why it emits large amount of heat and light. Whereas earth can't, it doesn't have its own heat and light. Here we get, earth gets its light and heat from the sun. Earth gets its earth gets heat and light from the sun. The sun gives the earth light and heat. The sun is the closest star. This is very important. There are, in the sky we can see so many stars. In the sky we can see so many stars at night. One among such stars is the sun. So the earth receives light and heat from the sun. Not only the earth but also other 7 other planets. Other planets also receiving light and heat from the sun. Why? Because even there are so many stars, why we are getting only from the sun light and heat? Because it is the nearer planet to us. It is nearer planet. Here look, the sun, 8 planets, satellites, some other celestial bodies known as asteroids, meteorites from the solar system form the solar system. Here solar system means it's a part of, solar system contains sun and 8 other planets and also other celestial bodies like satellites, asteroids, meteorites, comets, etc. We already discussed about all these things in last class. Next, once again, what is a solar system? Solar system contains sun, 8 planets, satellites, celestial bodies known as asteroids, meteorites, comets, etc. All these are called solar system. And also this is called as a solar family. Here sun is the head of the solar family. Why? Because all the planets are getting energy from the sun. Sun is the only source of heat and light for these 8 other planets. Next, let us have a look into the sun. What is sun? The sun is in the center of the solar system. It is made up of extremely hot gases. We know there we can find helium, hydrogen like gases. It provides pulling force also. Sun provides pulling force. Sun binds all the other planets, comets, asteroids, etc. by its pulling force. Why? It has a large amount of force. Why? Because it is larger than all other planets. If we compare the earth with the sun, it is almost 13 lakhs time bigger. 13 lakhs time bigger than the earth, sun. So that is why, as it is a very big object, it is attracting all the planets, comets, asteroids, etc. That pulling force binds solar system. Each member of solar system revolves around the sun. Revolving means if a body turns around its own axis is called rotation, whereas if it moves around sun or any other body, that calls revolution, that is revolution. Here all the planets, asteroids, comets and meteorites also revolving around the sun. Why? Because they are all these are binding by the pulling force of the earth. Why? Because its mass is very big, so it is attracting. The ultimate source of heat and light is for the solar system is nothing but sun, and also the surface temperature is around 6000 degrees. The surface temperature of the sun is around 6000 degrees. The tremendous heat is not felt so much by us because it is far away from us. It is far away from us. That is why even the sun has 6000 degrees temperature at surface, we feel only a little bit heat. The cause is it is far away. How far is it is? It is about 150 million kilometers away from the earth. That is why we feel only a little bit of hot. Do you know one thing? Here, when we compare earth to the size of the sun, we can fix the 13 lakhs earths in the sun. That much of bigger is the sun. That is why only the sun has pulling force to pull all the bodies, that means all celestial bodies in the solar system. Now let us think about planets. What are planets? We have planets. We know very well there are 8 planets in the solar system. So according to the distance, when we considering the distance, the first planet is Mercury, Venus, and then follows Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. All these are the 8 planets in our solar system. These 8 planets have move around in a fixed path. All these are moving around the sun in fixed path. This fixed path is elongated. Elongated means like a oval shape. It's like a oval shape. If this is the sun, all the planets are revolving around the sun like this in the fixed path. Along this fixed path is called orbit. In elongated, that means like a oval. Those are Mercury, Venus. There are called orbits. These elongated paths are called orbits. The first 4 planets are called inner planets. Tell me, what are the first 4 planets? Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. These 4 planets are called as inner planets. These 4 planets are called as inner planets. Why? Because these are nearer to the sun. These first 4 planets. The first 4 planets are called inner planets. What are they? Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. These inner planets comparatively smaller in size. These inner planets also smaller in size. These are smaller in size and composed of rocks. One more thing, small size and composed of rock. At the same time, the last 4 planets are called outer planets. Why? Because what are these 4 planets? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. They are very large and made up of gases and liquids. At the same time, in these planets, the nearest planet is Mercury. Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. At the same time, there is another planet. Venus is considered the Earth's twin. Why? Because the size and shape of the Venus is also similar to the Earth, similar to that of the Earth. That is why Venus is called as the Earth's twin. Next, the biggest planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet. At the same time, Mercury is the smallest planet. Just now we discussed about the planets. There are 8 planets for us. When we consider the distance, the first planet is Mercury, and then Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. These are the 8 planets in our solar system. All these are moving around the sun in a fixed path. These fixed paths are called orbits. So these paths are elongated. Already I told it is in like a oval shape, At the same time, the first 4 planets nearer to the sun are called inner planets. These are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. These are the inner planet. When compared to other, these are smaller size and composed of rocks. These are smaller in size and composed of rocks. Whereas outer planets, the next four planets, these are called outer planets. What are they? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are made up of gases and liquids. So, as just now we discussed, Mercury is the nearest and Venus is considered the Earth's twin, because the size and shape of the Venus is also same as or similar to that of Earth. Next, here we have a code to consider to easily remember the order of the planets. That is, my very educated mother just served us noodles. Here M means Mercury, V means V for Venus, E for educated, M for mother, just just S for served, S for Saturn, U for Uranus, N for Neptune. All these are the 8 planets. Okay. Next, move on to the next one. Yes, here we can see the clear picture of the. Here we can see the clear picture of our solar system. In the solar system, we have 8 planets, and these 8 planets have already we discussed. Planets have moons. What are the planets? What are the moons? Moons are the natural bodies which revolves around the sun are called satellites. Except the first 2 planets, Mercury and Venus, all other planets have their satellites. These are called natural satellites. The highest number of satellites are for Saturn, that is 82. The second highest is for Jupiter, that is 79, and our Earth has 1, and the next one Venus has 2. So these are the a few things about satellites. Look here, up to 2006 there were 9 planets. Up to 2006 there were 9 planets in our solar system. In 2006 Pluto was removed from the planets list. Why? Because it has not a fixed path. Sometimes it is moving, it is not following its fixed path. That is why it is removed, and hence now we have only 8 planets. Look here. Here we will know something about few things about Earth. What is the Earth? Earth is our home planet, and Earth is the 3rd nearest planet. What is the first nearest planet to Sun? That is Mercury, and the second one is Venus, and the third one is Earth. So our planet is 3rd one. And also in the size, if it is in size, when we consider the size, Earth is the 5th largest planet, whereas from the distance it is the 3rd largest. When we consider the size, it is in 5th largest planet. And also it is slightly flattened at poles. At poles it is slightly little bit flattened, and also it is a little bit bulged at the center of the earth. This kind of shape is called geoid. What is it called? Geoid. Geoid means earth-like shape. The only natural site for satellite for the earth is moon. Already we discussed just now. Moon is the only satellite for the earth. Next, from the outer surface, the earth appears blue. Earth appears blue. Why? Because look here, almost two-thirds of the surface covered by water. So that is why when we see the earth from the space, we can see a blue planet, and that is nothing but our earth. Why? Because it has large amount of water. That is why it is look like a blue planet.